We've done the League 2 home shirts and now it's time to go up a division to League 1 and rank their home shirts. I'm going to be honest from the off and say that League 1 has disappointed me, but we're going to get into that. And also, as we're talking about football shirts, what do you think about this one? Italy, custom made. I don't mind if I do. I think this is beautiful. If you don't know this season's goal, it's quite straightforward. We're on 55,000 subscribers and we want 100k. If you are new, hit that subscribe button, leave a like and share out to your friends. And I'm not being funny, guys. It's like 2 weeks of the season and 6 clubs have still not released their home shirts. Time is ticking and I need to get into it. We're starting off with Leyton Orient in 18th place. What is this then? You've just been promoted, you've won the title, you need to release a statement shirt, and this is what you bring. Honestly, I've got nothing against Leyton Orient whatsoever, and a little fun fact, my neighbour supports Leyton Orient, but this shirt is diabolical. In my opinion, this doesn't work. I think it's atrocious, and if I was a Leyton Orient fan, I'd be very disappointed, but let me know what you think. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I genuinely thought a Leyton Orient shirt was worse than Barnsley's, because look at Barnsley's monstrosity. I genuinely thought it was a release of a USA home shirt for a minute, but no, it is Barnsley in League 1, we are right. US Mobile as a sponsor, you've got the stars in the USA as well. In all fairness, the collar is very nice, the cuffs are very nice, but the rest of it is an absolute state. It genuinely looks like they've created a special shirt celebrating Independence Day for America. I love the central Barnsley badge, I love the central Puma, then the sponsor and the stars came into play and it's ruined it. In 16th place we got newly promoted Stevenage, and I've just had enough already. I'm 3 shirts in and I've had enough. Who thought this shirt was a good idea to create and release to everyone to purchase? Because who is purchasing this? Big Gorilla sponsor in the middle, the lightning strikes or whatever it is. Is it arrows? It looks like arrows from here. It's genuinely like someone being on Photoshop for the first time, found a paint tool and just placed colours randomly on the shirt. Big bulges of it, big Gorilla in the middle as well. What's going on, Stevenage? You need to improve it. I've got nothing against the club, but this shirt is just, no, just get it out of my sight, please. I'm just confused that someone in the upper end of Stevenage has actually confirmed the shirt and wanting to release it. How can anyone look at this shirt and be like, I want that in my basket? No, who does? If you do, if you're a Stevenage fan and you want that shirt, come on, you're lying to yourself, surely. In 15th place, we got Port Vale, but can you guess the issue I have with this shirt? Yeah, it just doesn't scream like a football shirt to me. It screams rugby. Anything with thick horizontal lines, in my opinion, it just doesn't look like a football shirt. The only thing I like about this shirt is the collar and the cuffs. And I'm going to be honest with you, the question mark as a sponsor in the middle is generally my thinking when I look at this shirt. In 14th place, we've got the team in the Northwest, and it is Blackpool. This shirt is probably the most plain one I think I'm going to have in this video. It's the Blackpool badge, it's the sponsor, it's the Puma, it's got a white collar, and that's it. There's no detail on the shirt whatsoever. It probably cost them £5 to make the shirt, and then they're releasing it for about 50. From what they had last season, where it was an absolute 10 out of 10 beauty, to what they have now, I'm sorry guys, what's going on? There is no detail in this shirt whatsoever, hence why I'm going to give it a 14th ranking. A lot of people, and especially my mates, will probably want this one ranked a lot more down, but in 13th place we got Peterborough. I'm going to be honest with you, I think it's a little bit like Blackpool. It's so plain, it's got no detail. All it's got is the blue shirt, the white collar, white cuffs, and it's got a slap bang in the middle of a Mick George. That is it. That's all you see on the shirt, the Mick George. The badge centralised, the Puma centralised, it looks great, but the sponsor is so massive. Yet again, there is no creativity with this shirt. I don't think it's gone down with the Peterborough fans. What do you guys think? All I'm going to say is I think I know who's won the Cambridgeshire battle when it comes to their football shirts. I'd continue watching. Moving on to 12th place, we have got Exeter. I'm not even convinced myself, if I'm honest. I've said to myself that this looks like an Adidas template. The hell sponsor in the middle, that's all it's got on it. The Adidas, the badge, the stripes, the 3 stripes on the sleeves. That is all this has got. But then again, I say that, but at the same time it works. I don't think there could have been much more they could have done with this shirt, and I feel like a 12th ranking is actually quite harsh. It's a very simple kit, but at the same time very effective, and I feel like this is actually a very good shirt for Exeter standard. It is a big blob of hell in the middle, and I'm not sure where I'm going with that one, but that is literally hell in the middle. Black on the collar as well, red and white. I do think it works in that sense, and I think I'm being harsh. I'm definitely being harsh. I've come to conclusion. I'm harsh. I need to clarify, like I did in the League 2 video, that I am not a fan of my red shirts. So these red shirts are all going to be bang average. But moving on to 11th place, I'm so sorry already. It's Lincoln. I can already sense all you Lincoln fans in the comments are like, this is a very good shirt, and I can understand. It's just my opinion. I just apologise, but I'm not a fan of red shirts. I don't think the kit is the problem. I think it's more I'm the problem. I think a lot of people say that. This shirt is genuinely down to my taste of kits, and for me, red shirts, I'm sorry, it's not for me. If you guys can guess the next colour of the next football shirt I'm going to rank, you are a genius. It's red. Yeah, it's red. It's red. Of course it is. It's Fleetwood. Any Fleetwood fans watching this video, I'm actually returning Fleetwood Cambridge. I will be there. However, I am in the away end, so in the nicest way possible, Don't fight me. So after saying that, I might have to be nice about this kit now. Oh, I can't do that. What is that in the middle? The sponsor, the lightning emoji, then you got the fire emoji as well. What's going on there? In all fairness, I will give them the credit it deserves. They've actually tried doing something on the shirt. It's not plain red. They've got checkered throughout the shirt, and it's all right. I do think the sleeves are a bit plain, and on the collar, the black, then going into a solid color of red on the behind. I'm just not too sure about that. The reason why I've ranked this 10th place is because they've actually tried. They've tried putting detail in the shirt. They've tried doing something different. Instead of being like a bog standing Blackpool, putting out orange, and that's it. Oh, no. Unintentionally, I've just picked the wrong fight. Fleetwood, Blackpool, yeah, oh shit. I love Blackpool fans as well, it just came out, I'm sorry. But this shirt is better than Blackpool. You gotta give them that. This Fleetwood kit is a bit bang average for my liking, but nevertheless, Blackpool and Fleetwood, I've got nothing against you guys. It's not like I've got a weekender in Blackpool soon. I'm probably not gonna see the end of it now. But right, let's move on. 9th place, we got Wickham. I'm gonna keep this one very short and simple. It's the same as every season. I will say one thing, and the sponsor needs to find a new font for their company. And actually, number 2, the cuffs and the collar, it's actually quite nice. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, okay, we're moving on to Carlisle. Whoa, where do I start here? It's definitely wacky, it's definitely unique, it's definitely a design. If the London Underground Tubes was on a football shirt, it's this shirt. But I'll tell you what, the mix of the blue and the red on the cuffs and the collar, I like it. I do like this. Do you know what? I think I'm wrong. I think this, in 8th place, should be ranked a lot more higher. The fact this was a remake from the 1993 to the 95 season, I think they've done a really good job. The one thing I do spot is in the O of the sponsor. Why is it a different shade of blue? I think that's what ruins it. If that light blue was the same colour as the actual shirt, it would have blended in so much better. They could have gone with a boring blue, and you know what, in 8th place, I've really ranked this too low for it. Now that I look at it again, it should be in my top 5 at least. Moving on to number 7, and it's Bolton. I'm going to be honest, it's the same as every season, isn't it? I'm not too sure what Bolton have done too differently to the ones they've had in the last few years, but this one for me, it's okay. I like it. I like the sleeves, I like the cuffs, I like the collar. I'm not too sure about the sponsor in the middle, but it's just a classic Bolton shirt. Now that I think about it and look at it a little bit more, I think it should be ranked a little bit lower. People are genuinely going to slate me on this one. It's Reading. In 6th. I've ranked it this far up because they've actually done something different with the shirt. Instead of just going with blue and white, they've put detail in the shirt, they've added details from the town. And instead of it being a bog standard Reading shirt, they've actually done something about it to make it more of a home feel. That is why I'm ranking my marks up and putting this in a high position, because they've done something creative. This is definitely a Marmite shirt. You either love it or you hate it. And for me, I don't love it, but I think I like it. And especially they put effort into it and creativity, it always puts the marks up. Although having a layer of a sponsor, then a layer of the town, and then another layer of the town, there's a lot going on the front of the shirt. But at the same time, I'm not going to change my decision. I think I'm going to stand by this one. We're moving on to the juicy ones now. In 5th place, we have got Derby. I didn't know what to think about this one to begin with, but I'll tell you what, the detail in the shirt and then on the sleeves as well, I don't mind it. I'm not a fan of the sponsor, Homestay. It's got a bit of blue, it's got a bit of yellow, random colours on it, but I like the red they've featured on the sleeve. The little bit of red on the collar as well with the black, I think it blends quite well. But if you look carefully, the detail on the shirt as well is clean, it's classic, it's a nice Derby shirt, and that's why it's 5th place. Moving on to 4th place, and we're going right down south, and that is Pompey. I'm going to be honest with you, I think Nike are very boring in the shirts sometimes, but this one, for me, I think they've done quite well. They're putting detail and creativity into this. The classic sponsor in the middle, University of Portsmouth, and I'm going to be honest with you, if I actually went to university, Portsmouth was one of my options. The little fades of blue and the darker fades as well, I don't mind it, and it's white on the collar, white on the cuffs. It's a classic Portsmouth shirt, and it's the best one they've had in years. Normally Nike are a little bit boring, but this one I accept. Portsmouth, you've done well, 4th place. So remember early on in this video where I said red shirts, I don't like him, I don't rate him. Well, Charlton. Have I got this one wrong? I'm just rethinking my decision now. However, I've put Charlton in 3rd place. When I look at the shirt now, all what screams at me is the RSK sponsor in the middle. But they've kept this shirt clean, they've kept it tidy, and they've done something with it which is quite unique. The collar looks fresh, the cuffs match. And then the detail on the shirt where it goes from the dark fades into the light fades of red, I like it, I think it's great, and I think it really does justify my 3rd place. But please let me know in the comments if I've had a stinker of an opinion with this one. We are moving on to the top 2. We're starting off with 2nd, and it is Oxford United. What a shirt this is. I'm not even being funny here, but they should hang this shirt in the Louvre in Paris. I'm telling you now, this looks so good. It's a darker fade of yellow than they normally produce, and this one just screams classic. It screams a great one, and for Oxford standards, This is class. The pinstripes going down to the collar and the cuffs. I'm in love with this shirt. If I was foreign and I didn't support an English club, I would buy that Oxford shirt. It looks that good. Macron has absolutely smashed this one, and Oxford fans, buy this shirt. This is not a sponsor, but I want to see this about. I want to see this in the streets. Oxford fans, buy it. It looks fantastic. Moving on to the best shirt in League One, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's no bias whatsoever. It's genuinely from my opinions. After seeing every single one out of the 18, it is Cambridge United's home shirt. It's the best one in the league. Honestly, no one can hate me on this one. Or you go to Cambridge games, you're in love with them, you support that club. It's genuinely the best shirt in the league. Look at it. Are you seriously looking at this shirt and don't think that this is the best in the league? I'm going to start with what's new about the shirt this season, and that is a sponsor in the middle. It is not any old company. It's not a betting sponsor. It's a local brewery in Cambridge. It brings so much to the football shirt when you know it's sponsored by a local company in your city. And I think this sponsor is perfect. It really matches in this shirt. It's the classic amber colour in the middle. It's the details on the sleeves. It's the collar. It's the cuffs. It's everything about the shirt, which I think is perfection. This is the first season with Umbro. They've smashed it. It's the first season with this sponsor. Smashed it. From neutral fans watching this video who are not Cambridge fans, am I being biased here? Or is this genuinely a really good shirt? Because in my opinion, it's stunning. By the time this video goes up, I'm sure the other 6 will be released. But nevertheless, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.